안녕하세요. 저는 오키입니다, and welcome to today's video, which is very different than anything that I've done before, and hopefully we wind up getting to do more of these. Of course, depending on whether or not you guys seem to vibe them or enjoy them or whatever. But today, we have made our own tier list. And what I've decided to do is to make things like a little bit more fun, just in general. Like, I do album listens, I do album reactions, and, you know, just reactions in general. And reactions are great. They're great fun, honestly. I really enjoy being able to share all of that type of stuff with you. And I know that you guys, of course, enjoy vibing out the way that we do, especially to albums. But what I thought might be a really good idea, and I've seen a couple of these, whether it be for groups or discographies or albums specifically, you know, with some of my peers recently doing them as well. I've noticed that Kelvy did one for Twice's Celebrate album, which was a really great watch, by the way. Do definitely go and check it out on his channel. I thought maybe this would be an awesome way to kind of revisit just some of my favorite groups or even some of my favorite albums, and yeah, maybe we just kind of get to have some fun. Like, I know that we have like those K-pop games that are like save one, drop one, and they're always really fun to do with you guys over here on chat. And it'll be interesting to see what you guys have to say and all that type of stuff too. Now, basically, I do just want to preface these with a very important disclaimer, and that is, please, for the love of God, do not take this shit too seriously. Like, it's literally just for fun. Honestly, like, if I was to ever put a song, hypothetically, in F tier, this probably just means that I don't listen to it at all or don't listen to it that much. Honestly, the way that I view music just in general is like, if I can't do it, surely it's not shit. Like, seriously, if it's better than anything I can do, then I have respect for it. And that's pretty much just kind of the way that I view everything, realistically. I think realistically, with just songs in general anyway, with most K-pop tracks that kind of get put out, I don't believe in like objective opinions or anything like that either. Everything is purely just a matter of taste, and some people just like what they like, and some things hit for different people. We all have different tastes, and that is what makes music so damn fun, obviously, to share with other people, because I don't know, you get different styles and all of that type of stuff. So, you know, obviously, just relax. Make sure to view this purely as just like a fun exercise, or rather just instead, I guess, like more of a insight into how I feel about, you know, whether it be albums or whether we wind up doing whole discographies for certain groups like we are today for Kep1er. Obviously, just keep that in mind. But all of that out of the way, today we are doing the entirety of Kep1er's discography, if you guys haven't noticed. And I mean, it's not necessarily like they have that much to go through. They've quite literally just got 2 albums, and they've put Wing Wing out. You guys will notice that The Girls is also there too, so that's from Queendom. But yeah, I just thought that this would be a really fun way of going through their discography with you guys. Feel free to play along at home. For those of you guys that might be watching on YouTube, I know that Twitch chat is going to be playing along too, and I'm very excited to see and hear what your opinions are going to be too. But without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So, first cab off the rank, we have got Kep1er's debut, Wadada. Now, bro, honestly, this was a song for me where I was so incredibly hyped for this when it came out that I actually kind of like had to take a step back for for like a significant period of time and be like, do I just like this song purely because it's their debut and I've been so eagerly awaiting for it? Or do I just like this song because it's actually that good? Personally, I think now, especially we're what, like 8 months on actually, sorry. I love it purely just for the actual song. On top of that, it's got a very special meaning being their debut. But bro, like, I don't know. I think something about hearing this song live recently at Hallyu Pop Fest really just hit differently for me. And man, just listening to it and seeing it performed live, seeing the energy that they obviously have, really just puts a completely different type of feeling and vibe to Wadada. Now, if we're putting it in like tiers, I don't know. Like, there's certain things that I enjoyed about Wadada. There's also certain things that I thought were like a little bit lacking. Like, I would have loved way more of like a rap section from Hikaru. There were some things I felt that were a little bit unbalanced. Of course, you know, line distribution is something that some people have talked about. It's not necessarily something that I paid all that much attention to in terms of like how it affected the song per se, but of course would have liked to have seen that more. So for me, I don't think that I would say that it's an S tier song, but I would definitely put it, I think at the very least, as an A. I think that it's a great debut. Or to you, it's a B. Yeah, for me, it's a great debut. I think it's a really awesome way for them to have come out. It didn't necessarily chart that high, but I don't think that it had to either. It was one of those types of songs where I just think it was meant to get stuck in your head. It was meant to be catchy. It was meant to be one of those types of vibes where, you know, you really just kind of like bop along to the beat and vibe to it. I enjoyed the like this section coming up, like the bridge and the outro. Like, you know, everything that we got here. And I feel like as well too, just the wadada, as well as the choreography too, has really just kind of stuck in my head the entire time. So wadada, an absolute fucking banger for me personally. But yeah, I'd love to hear chat what you guys reckon. I think everyone seems pretty unanimous on A. I wish the chorus could be a bit harder. Yeah, true, right? I see that. I wouldn't put it as an S tier song, personally. Like S tier for me has to be like, not flawless, but definitely just a song where whenever it comes on, like I am 100% like just aching to listen to the entire thing. So like if it comes on, I go, nah, there is no way that I'm not listening to this song right now. Like I have to hear it all the way through to the end. And I've noticed also as well that for songs, especially S tier songs for me, especially catchy songs, one thing I love is being able to go back and replay certain parts. I'm the type of person that like I work myself up in a song to certain parts of that so that I can like sing along to it or dance to it or something like that. But that's probably where I put wadada, pretty solid A. Now, in contrast, bro, Mask. Oh man, bro. Look, for me, straight up, before we even start talking about it, it's S. For me, personally. I actually think a lot of Kep1er's would probably agree with this. I know that there's a lot of people that really love this song. I mean, there's multiple reasons for it. You look at the choreography, you look at the actual performance for Mask, and it is just like it is 100% just completely oh shit, I'm gone. What happened? I'm gone, but I'm still here. Yeah, bro, it's one of those types of things where like, I don't know, it's just the way the song is structured is freaking brilliant. It keeps your interest. That dance break that comes with Hikaru as well too, and the way that you can envision that performance in your eyes, in your head, is just amazing. And I just love the energy of it, bro. It's just look around. And also on top of that, I think that one thing I personally really enjoyed, like this part, I love the fact that like that bass really bumps you along the song the entire time, but also as well too, there's really different types of line distribution that you wind up hearing in Mask as opposed to wadada, which I think gives the song a little bit more of like that playful flavor. Like you hear a lot more members, and then also on top of that, I just feel like, I don't know, it's got some crack in it. There's some shit laced in Mask that I really don't feel like I can explain from a non-musical perspective, because I'm a very non-musical type person. I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to technicalities, but just the feeling, the vibe of Mask, personally, is very superior. Yeah, it's very hard to beat, indeed. Very, very, very hard. But if we're also talking about another song that is very hard to beat, it's Shine. This song, man, I don't know. GP999 for many people was a stressful time, and it was likewise for me too. It was tough, bro. Shine deserved better, it really did. And I feel like whilst it is still a Girls Planet 999 song, it's a song for me that emotionally hits. I already know that this is going to be a song that I cry to in 2 years. It already is anyway, when, you know, you look at the performances of it and you see everything that we have of it before. I just feel like it's so them, man. It's vibey, it's upbeat, it's really, really, really energetic, and I feel like the vocals go off. Paranoia, come shut up, baby. Like, we really go off here, and I think that it's just perfect for them. Like, it really, really, really just suits them super well. I would love to see this live one day, personally. I think that that would just be absolutely freaking awesome. It's a D, but you don't have any emotional attachment to it. I feel like the emotional attachment for me is probably the largest part, if I'm being really honest. It is not super dynamic, but the energy is what I definitely like. Like, it's emotional, it's hyper energetic for me. Like, the way that beat hits, like that boom, 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 and the way that they go super crazy in the chorus, like instrumentally, is something personally that I really enjoy. I have to say though, when I first heard it, the chorus sounded a little messy, like instrumentally, but I don't know, I feel like it got there really quickly. I really, really, really enjoyed it. But if I'm being real, if we're talking about another song that I think is S tier, we're looking at Up, bro. This song is brilliant, personally. It's absolutely brilliant. I, once again, love the energy of it. I think that the choreography, the way that they dance to it, the way that they perform this live too, is absolutely awesome. We get so much more as far as their raps are concerned, not only from Dayeon, but also from Hikaru as well too. It's just satisfying, man. I feel like in almost every single way, it's just really, really, really freaking satisfying, and I think that that's one of the things I love about Up. The chorus goes absolutely off. Absolutely freaking awesome. Yeah, I just feel like whenever I listen to this song, it's a happy time, bro. Yeah, great title for Kepi. I mean, a lot of you guys as well, if we're moving away from Up for a second, a lot of you guys would have watched the KCON stage that they did, so the cover of IZ*ONE's Love You on Rose, bro. Dude, personally, honestly, I think the superior concept for Kep1er would probably be something similar to that, if I'm being honest. Like, if we started to go towards Love You on Rose route, I think that that would be absolutely freaking amazing for them, because that would be like the maturation process, I reckon. But Up as a song, the way it's structured, like even this part is still seriously my favorite part of the song. Like the way that we build up to this second chorus, it's just so fun. It's playful. Here we go. Like everything about it. I just feel like you can have so much fun listening to this song. And as a result, if you want to use it when you're already super energetic, or if you want to listen to it when you need to be cheered up or something, I feel like it's going to be a song that comes through in that regard. So really, really, really freaking love Up as well. I think most of you guys voted Up as A tier. Some of you guys voted S tier. Do feel free to come on over to the Twitch streams as well if you guys would like to catch these as well too. I know that this video probably feels a little choppy or whatever, but it is the first time that we're doing it, so obviously experiencing a new format, working with it, I don't know, we vibing, but we do polls over here, so there are currently polls that are being run. Also, like the fan chants, absolutely amazing to this song. The way it's performed, absolutely incredible too. But this dance break too, personally, is something that I absolutely love. I don't feel like it's ever empty. It doesn't feel like it needs anything more. Like, it's just brilliant. Anyway, I love Up. Can you tell? I absolutely adore this song. But yeah, I would say it's definitely going to be S or A for me. S purely just because I think it's ahead of Wadada as far as titles are concerned. So that's probably why I would put it there. Now, dude, See the Light. We saw this performed on Queendom. I've seen this once again performed live because we watched the Queendom performance in Hallyu Pop Fest Sydney. But this song, bro, See the Light. This song had me so amped at debut. Like, so amped at debut. Like, I was actually losing my mind. Like, we heard the, this is Kep1er, dun 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 dun. We are Kep1er. Like, I love that so much, and it's still currently my intro. I haven't changed my intro just yet, but dude, like, I swear, I just love the chant at the end. I think it's so goddamn good. I've used it in my intro. I've used it in my Kep1er guide over on xiaoting's. I just think it's amazing. Yeah, B tier. I wouldn't say it's B tier for me. I'd probably put it A. I wouldn't put it S. Performance-wise, I would probably put it as like a lower S, like an upper A. But I think for me personally, song-wise, I'll put it as an A as well. I really loved this song. I think First Impact as an album is brilliant. But as a preamble to wadada, I think it's a great mood setter on that album. Placement-wise, I personally really like it. The only thing that's holding it back from being an S is just the fact that it's so short. I wish that it was longer than 1 minute and 51 seconds, but also at the same time, I can see how that is almost the beauty of it too, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where we're at with that. But there's that. And then of course, we move on back to Girls Planet 999 songs, and we look at Another Dream, man. Yeah, look, for me, once again, very emotional song. It's going to be a song that hits later on in their career for sure. Yeah, mixed feelings for me. Personally, my emotional attachment to this song is S tier because I love Kep1er and I've supported them since the beginning. Anyone who's been around since GP999 and is still a Kep1er would probably wind up feeling the same. But yet, personally, my emotional attachment to it is quite strong. But song-wise, I feel like it's been done before. Yeah, I think for me, I'd probably put it as maybe like a mid-B. I think that, like, as far as the song is concerned, it's been done before. It's not necessarily bad, it's just a good song. It reminds me a lot of other project group ballads that you would hear, so you definitely expect something like this, I think, from them. But yeah, for me, I would probably put Another Dream around about a B. The distribution issues, yeah, I can definitely see to a certain extent as well. But yeah, just for me, I don't know, like with ballads or slower songs, I generally tend to be a lot more picky, a lot more, not critical per se, but I just don't necessarily listen to them as much. So they have to be good for me to listen to them, for me to listen to them a lot. Like they have to be like really something different, or the vocals have to absolutely go off. Not that they don't in Another Dream, but say B2B are probably an example of a group where I will listen to literally all of their ballads endlessly. But yeah, I just kind of felt like this has been done a little bit before, but emotionally, S tier attachment. But song-wise, I just think it's good. We can see Xiaoting's face right now, exactly. And dude, Hendo, it's awesome to hear that it's the Kep1er song that you listen to the most. Like, it's crazy. I definitely can't blame you, bro. It's one of those types of songs I feel like is just gonna, you know, hit you in the feels. It's just gonna hit you differently. So yeah, it's really one of those types of vibes. Now, moving on, as much as I hate to get there before the actual climax, we move to Voyage, bro. Oof, man, straight up, this song is S tier for me, man. I love it. Like, I don't actually really know how to explain what I love about it. I don't know how to explain what I love about it. But once again, seeing it performed, I feel like it's a package deal song. You know, occasionally you'll have songs that are just performance songs. Occasionally you'll have songs that are like just meant to be, how could I put it? Songs that are like meant to be heard on Spotify or like, you know, just your recording versions or whatever. It's just one of those types of songs for me where you have to watch it with a live stage and listen to it with a live stage, and then it just hits way different. Their choreography here is so light, it's so beautiful. They look like angels, they sound like angels too. Like the notes, the lyrics to it as well, they're gorgeous. I really just feel like Le Voyage hits really well. And yeah, it's instrumental, vocals, performance, everything. It's just, yeah, I think as well, one of those types of things that, you know, it's something that just hits different for me personally. But I can certainly appreciate that it's not everyone's style, though. I do know that there's some people out there that, you know, what's the word? It's one of those songs that's not going to be polarizing per se, but some people like this sound and this slower type tempo, and some people like, say, the tempo of, say, like maybe wadada or See the Light or something like that, or Shine even. Interestingly enough, they seem to be kind of grouped around the same area, but yeah, Le Voyage is just a really nice, refreshing breath of air, I feel. It's a refreshing breath of air, but it's a refreshing breath of air while you're in paradise, and Kep1er took you there. And also, I agree too, it's kind of like Kep1er's Butterfly. It changes once you see it performed, and it does make you very emo too. So yeah, definitely a great song for me personally. Now, Attention, look, once again, sound-wise, I think it's great. Sound-wise, I think it's great. For me though, this is actually probably the least listened Kep1er song for me. I would probably go ahead and put it at C. And I know that that probably sounds, you know, like, oh, you know, oh my god, a C? What the hell? Like, that's low. For me personally, it just comes down to the fact that I haven't listened to it that much. I think the chorus is the main thing that goes hard here. Like, just hearing how hard that brass just comes out of nowhere. The switch itself too, from this much like brighter, lighter intro and pre-chorus to like, I got your attention. Like, I really enjoy this part of the song, but generally it doesn't come up on the playlist that much. It's not a song that I would actively search out for, if that makes sense. But once again, they go off vocally. The fact that they can rap in it too, I quite enjoy as well. Chat's voted B tier for it. Actually, I do really enjoy this rap though, when we do wind up getting to it, you know, later in the song. I feel like if we do see a performance for it, then it might actually become something a little bit more for me. Also, you can see, look at how disgusting, look at how disgusted Xiaoting looks, bro. She's just straight up just like, that ain't it, chief. Yeah, I don't know. Attention for me is a song that I initially really liked a lot. It did very gradually fall off for me, but only in terms of how much I listened to it. Song-wise, I think it's great, but yeah, I just don't listen to it enough. A song that I do listen to a lot more lately, though, is Good Night. I actually really, really enjoy this song. Personally, I would go ahead and probably put this at A. I would have expected that maybe it would be a B, but surprisingly enough for me, I really enjoy it. It's just one of those types of songs that is very comforting, I feel. Like, it's just, yeah, it's comforting, it's chill. It's one of those types of songs that is going to just, you know, like, it's like kind of basking in the sun, if that makes sense. It's like basking in the sun in the morning or something like that, or just relaxing. It just takes me to a place where I really feel like I can relax. It feels like a hug. It's like a happy hug too, you know? It's just one of those types of songs that really just kind of, I don't know, hits you a little bit differently. Yeah, one of my Kep1er comfort songs, solid A. I probably wouldn't put it as an S tier, because once again, it's similar to other songs I think that we've heard before, but just purely for the way that it sounds, that comfort aspect, that bong, bong, bong instrumental in the background too, absolutely adore that too. But when we start looking, once again, bro, at bro, look, honestly, man, I've got very mixed thoughts about where I would put this, but if, like, I don't know, if I'm gonna be honest, I would say it's S tier. I don't know how many times I've sung this, bro. I don't know how many times I've sung this. I just feel like this song brings back a flood of emotions for me, both good and bad. But it's one of those songs that really hits very, very differently. Like, I love the pre-chorus. I love the way that it snaps on the chorus too. Oh, oh, oh. Like, it's just beautiful. I think the Girls Planet version itself too is probably the version that I enjoy the most. So, you know, the 99 member version. Yujin, bro, I swear. But hearing Kep1er's version and hearing theirs and knowing that it's theirs is probably what pushed it up from an A to an S for me, because it's just focused on the members themselves. Probably the main thing I love about this song, though, is that it's the beginning of their story. It is kind of crazy, right, as well. It is very weird, the structure. But the thing I love about it the most is the outro, where, you know, we've got this big break, and then the chorus just absolutely explodes. We've got this brass. Like, it just feels so much more emotional on this last chorus for me. Like, the way that this goes, the way it builds, and it just explodes, but it's the same thing that we've heard before, but like in all the previous choruses, but it continues to explode. It's just personally something that I really love. I love hearing the piano on the outro and the way that it becomes very emotional. It becomes very sentimental. Yeah, it's just great. I don't know, man. Yeah, the added strings as well in the last chorus. If you read the lyrics for OOO, I think that it's just another thing that really kind of gets me as well too. I mean, we made like a Kep1er lore video, and you know, a lot of that was not necessarily as like a meme per se, but you know, just to kind of like delve into their lyrics a little bit more. But yeah, personally, I really enjoyed OO. I thought I thought that was excellent. I think I actually might change the ranking of one of these songs. Maybe I'll come back to it. But yeah, I think Goodnight I will probably still keep as an A. It's probably like a low to mid A. I was just thinking, I was like, is it a high B? Would I put it with Another Dream? I'm not entirely sure. But moving on to their latest release, we have got Wing Wing, bro. This song is fucking lit. This song is so good. Like, dude, not gonna lie. When we first got this song, I was gonna say I was a little bit worried. I wasn't entirely sure what Kep1er's Japanese discography would be like, because, you know, obviously I'm a IZ*ONE, I follow IZ*ONE, I love IZ*ONE, I ult them, I think that they're brilliant. For me, IZ*ONE's Japanese titles were interesting. Some of them were brilliant, others took a little bit longer to latch on for me, but this personally is just a song that I vibe in way more than one way. Like that wing wing, ah, and then like the wing 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 wing, like the chant that they've got. But above all else, the thing that I love the most about this song is the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is brilliant. I think the way that they sound on it, if I remember correctly as well too, it's predominantly Youngeun and Chae. They just sound absolutely incredible. This rap too, it's playful, it's fun, it sounds Kep1er, but also at the same time, it sounds like they're moving with their sound, and I really, really, really enjoy that. So, absolutely love that. We also voted S tier on the poll as well too. I don't know, man. It's just a song. Personally, I just think that I'm going to be able to listen to. I was probably just even more surprised and more impressed with it, based on just how shocked I was with it. So, of course, there's that aspect as well too. But if we're then moving on to the second last song, once again, I mean, Kep1er's discography is quite small, so we're moving on already. Bro, we've got Rewind. This is an A tier for me. I will put it with Goodnight for sure. Look, see, I'm confused. I'll probably put it at the moment on the borderline here. I'll come back to it maybe in a second, but I'm not entirely sure if it's an A tier or if it's an S tier, because I know that this song is extremely special to me. It'll become something I think that means a lot more to me over time, so maybe I can see it becoming an S tier song, but it gives me that same type of comfort that Goodnight does, coupled with those beautiful vocals. This is the song that feels more like a hug for me. I think for me, maybe I would put it as like an upper A, like on the very verge But I feel like this is just going to be an example of like tracks that age like fine wine. Like eventually this is going to be an S tier song for me. It'll probably wind up evoking the same type of emotion as OOO does. But for now, I think I'll probably go ahead and say that it's A tier. Dude, here's line that she's got here where she starts speaking English, and just the way that she sounds, I don't know, man. It just, that's the part that evokes a lot of emotion in me. Because I mean, naturally, I understand Korean, I speak Korean, but on a song like this, where it's your idol, you know, where it's like where it's your idol, and they start speaking to you in your mother tongue, and it's like so emotional, and it's got that type of emotional punch that Rewind really does. It just kind of hits different, so I absolutely love them for that. I think Rewind is a great song in that regard. But yeah, personally, I just love the horns. I love the acoustic nature of it too. It reminds me a lot of like Slow Journey by IZ*ONE. It's got a very, very similar type vibe. Let's listen to the Queen.
You are always on my mind, so I'm not lonely now.
So I'm not lonely now.
And I'm just telling you.
You never were, bro. Oh. I don't know, man. You never were and you never will be. Oh, I don't know. It's just one of those things that really hits different for me, man. To stay. I don't know, man. The key change, everything about it. I just really love it. It's a beautiful song. Some of you guys also as well have asked if I've reacted to it. Unfortunately, I didn't react to it. I did watch it though. The self-made MV is gorgeous, but yeah, this is just a really nice ballad. I just think over time it'll wind up just getting even further for me. It's definitely ahead of Another Dream, even though they have very similar type sentiments. It's miles ahead of Another Dream in that regard, but yeah, we've got that. We'll let Rewind obviously play out, and then we'll talk about the girls, bro. Honestly, well, the girls, brackets, Can't Turn Me Down. Look, for me, this, how can I put it? I don't know, you're probably gonna hate me for this, eh? For me, I love the concept of it. I loved the way that they performed it, but it's just not a song that I listen to. Really, it's not a song that I listen to, so I'd probably put it as a C. I think the performance is A tier, but yeah, look, honestly, it's just not a song that I listen to right now. I think that I'm way more obsessed with their discography. This bit coming up, this is literally my favorite part of the song. Everything else aside from that, I feel like I'm just kind of like, oh, yeah, it's okay. I don't know, being a Queendom song, it's not like it's actually super important. It's not really officially part of their like published discography per se. It's just, you know, one of their Queendom songs. But then again, I guess Lion is part of Idols, so it is in a way. It's just probably similar to Attention, where I don't actually think it's a bad song. There's just certain parts that I really enjoy, and other parts that I'm just like, oh yeah, can't turn me down. Like, honestly, I love the gotta Kep1er part better than anything else with the first part of this chorus. But yeah, I feel like The Girls is probably a song that I don't listen to as much, and probably will continue to not listen to as much. If this is any indication of kind of where my taste sits, then I think that you've got a pretty good idea at this point of like what type of sounds I really enjoy. I like their brighter sounds. I like their more sophisticated sounds, obviously, that we see with Mask, but also on top of that, they're the songs that have like a lot of emotional attachment for me. But I'd be very excited to see where you guys would rank them to, certain songs. I mean, Xiaoting is obviously very disappointed. Joking. I mean, of course, memes are memes. But yeah, I just think that Kep1er's discography for me, overall, if I'm being really honest, is like just really upper A tier, honestly. I just think that they have a really good discography, especially after just being, you know, 2 mini albums in, and the fact that we don't have a full album yet too. I think that they've already started off absolutely amazingly in the industry. I know that a lot of people would probably say like, oh, well, look, you know, you say that you alt Kep1er, of course you're going to say that. But realistically, I just think that like they've got a good spread so far. Like they've got diverse sounds. They've got a lot of different types of things. There's many different entry points, I think, for people to be able to get into Kep1er. And I'm excited to see where they continue and also how they mature as far as their sound is concerned, because they, how can I put it? They've got a concept, but also at the same time, it's still like they're feeling their way through it and they're getting a feel for it. Like wadada and up, wadada up and wing wing actually have like some good continuity, which I quite like. They have this very youthful and very bright energy that they're able to showcase in all 3 songs. But I'll be very interested to see how we actually like wind up perfecting the sound, and whether or not we decide to stick with like this more EDM type vibe that we seem to have really gone for with wadada and wing wing. That being said, I do just really want to quickly say this note in the girls absolutely goes the fuck off. But I would love to hear and see, of course, what your lists are as well, and where you guys would place, you know, just Kep1er in general. As far as discographies are concerned, they're one of my favorite discographies so far, and of course, definitely one of my favorite groups. But let me know where you would put certain songs. If you guys want to make your own tier list in the comments, do feel free, of course, to go ahead and do that. But please just remember to be respectful of other people, because, you know, we all have different preferences, we all have different ears and different taste at the end of the day. But that, once again, is what makes music beautiful and fun to listen to. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, if you guys would like to see more tier lists for more discographies or albums or artists, then do obviously feel free to subscribe to the channel. I do have album listens for all of Kep1er's albums over on Patreon, if you guys would like to check that out, and a ton more Kep1er content, and of course reactions over here, because I alt them, love them, have met them, and bro, I swear they are just absolutely amazing musically, performance-wise, and then also on top of that, in person. I don't know, man, they're unbeatable. They're literally your favorite idols for a reason. I feel like so many people would change their minds about this group if they were literally just able to meet them. But thank you so much for tuning in. Love and appreciate you guys as always. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.